Here are the best crosshairs in Valorant at the moment. These are from the best players in the world, so this isn't a troll video, don't worry. There's no like dick-shaped ones or whatever covering the whole screen. These are for performance. And at the end of the video, I'm going to tell you which one I think is the best. I've included all of the codes in the description so that you can copy and paste them. If you don't know how to add or import a crosshair, check out the cards in this video, and you can watch my tutorial on how to add them. First up, we've got Tens, otherwise known as Tyson Go. He is currently playing for the Sentinels. He's coming from a CSGO background at Cloud9, and this has made him one of the top FPS players in the world. He mains Kaio, Breach, and Yoru. It's a simple design for a crosshair. I guess something that's, you know, some people might find that's tried and tested. It's cyan, and for a lot of people, cyan stands out on a lot of the maps. Not really for me, to be honest, but that's just how it is. It's got a little gap in the middle, which makes it easier to spot enemies through them, and it's pretty minimalist. I think one of the biggest trends here is that a lot of these crosshairs are just going to be quite minimalist. Ye's crosshair, he's a former CSGO player, so you know he's got the medal. He currently plays for Bleed Esports. He's got a great repertoire. Like, he's played for Optic, he's played for Envy, he's played for Complexity, he's even played for Cloud9. So he knows what he's doing. It's a pretty simple one as well, super minimalist, but just a really small white crosshair. The actual extensions on the sides don't go too far. You don't want to like cover up too much of the screen, I guess. It's very small, it's very minimalist. The Viden Esports is one and only Aspas. He's a Brazilian player, mostly mains Reina. Yo, that's a spinnerism. And this crosshair is something that I think is actually really cool. At first, I was kind of nervous about these ones with black outlines, but it's just a square on the screen. It's a little bit bigger than it's a couple of pixels bigger, and it's full cyan with a black outline. It's like that, so just make sure that it pops out on different backgrounds, I guess. You know, it's like subtitles in a movie. You want to make sure that if it's on a white background, it doesn't disappear if it's pure white. And at first I was like, I don't think I like these kind of crosshairs, but trying them all, I think this is one of my faves. Foot Esports, CNED, this is also very simple white crosshair, but unlike the ones that we've just seen a little bit earlier, it's a little bit longer, it's extended on either side. This is considered a very good crosshair. It's very simple, no frills, no fuss, but because it's a little bit longer, I don't think it necessarily needs a border, because if you have a very tiny crosshair, you kind of want a border for it to stand out on like lighter spaces, but a crosshair this size, which is bigger in comparison to, you know, the other people that are on this list, it means that there's no space, there's no like 1 or 2 pixels that can get lost in. It's, you know, the surface area of the whole crosshair is large enough to cover a large area that isn't just white. You know, the background's never just a solid block of white. Gambit Esports' Nats is really good at Valve. He was pretty much the key to the victory in the 2021 Berlin Masters. This is actually quite a complex crosshair, which I like. I'm finding that I am performing pretty well with this one. It's got no center dot. Each of the lines are separated, so there's a big space in the middle, and then a black outline is laid around the rest of the crosshair, and it's a green. It's probably one of the most unusual colors from all of the other crosshairs, which are usually like cyan or white. But this green, I think, is a great choice, because I don't think there's a lot of this green in many of the maps. But again, that black outline makes it stand out quite a lot. And there's enough space in between the crosshair, that center dot, for you to be able to like see your enemy and get that hit. Or at least that's what I'm experiencing with it. I'm not sure how other people feel about it, but if you have a strong opinion, just let me know in the comments. I just want to see if I'm alone in this, because it seems like on this list it's kind of unique. Good old Shroud. What's this video without having a Shroud crosshair in it? Shroud's crosshair is probably the strangest one in my mind. It's the biggest. I performed the least well with it, but it's also just pure cyan. There's no outline or anything, but it's got a huge space in the middle. I guess that's just either forgiving. I kept on thinking maybe he's doing it because he's mostly a streamer and he wants people to spectate, but then I quickly shut that down because I was like, that's dumb. People want to see him play well, right? Like, it's irrelevant. The crosshair must work for the player, not for the viewer. Yeah, I just think it's a strange choice of crosshair. I don't know why he's chosen this. I mean, he's obviously a great and highly skilled player. I don't know what the reasoning is behind this. And again, let me know if you know, because I don't know, and I really struggled with this one. Man, Strongman Wardell. This is a very unusual crosshair as well. It's that green that I liked a little bit earlier with the black outline, but it's just, I don't know, it's quite a few pixels big, and it covers a relatively large surface area for a lot of these kinds of crosshairs. I don't know if that's just me, but again, I'm really liking this color in Val with this black outline. And I'm glad to see that, you know, it's not just in my head, right? Like, that it feels like it's so effective. But I do like static blocks, I guess. Like I usually have like 4 pixels as my center because I'm a hit scan DPS, but having a border around it seems a bit excessive. I don't know. It's obviously very effective, and I should probably spend some more time with this one. And in the gym, like Wardell. Asuna has a really cool crosshair. Again, this is one that I'm probably going to be like favoriting. It is like a crosshair without a center dot, but that space is a little bit wider. Those crosshairs are a little bit smaller, and to make up for that space, there's a black outline. It's white on black, not green. Maybe it looks like a little bit of a mess to a lot of people. It's just like this big bunch of things. But as somebody who's a hit scan DPS, like that's very cool. Angel from FBX's fame has a very unusual crosshair on this list. It feels nearly like OCD in some ways. It's perfectly white. It's like a center dot and a half width on each of those, on each side, but it looks like it could be a logo. It's just really well designed, but it looks really effective. I don't like having the dot in the middle if I have a crosshair like this because I want to be able to see where I'm shooting, but I think with a lot of pro players it's kind of irrelevant. You know, like, you know, if you've got that crosshair over your opponent or not. The guiding lines are just helpful. Artist is on the same team as Angel. It has a similar crosshair. This is like a design aesthetic to this one. It's a little bit chunkier than Angel's, but it's got the dot in the middle is kind of just a part of the crosshair. It is just a cross. It kind of looks like one of those Swiss pharmacy crosses. Swiss pharmacy? I saw them in France before, but you know, like a pharmacy cross, but like just perfect. Oh, Swiss because of the flag. I'm an idiot. Yes, it looks really well designed, but I'm not sure if it's better than a dot because it's just a little bit bigger, right? But it looks cool. It does look really cool. And lastly, another ex-player, Zypan, has a similar crosshair to Tens, which is also just that cyan crosshair without the dot in the center, straight up. It looks kind of like a default crosshair. I don't like it, but that's just my personal opinion. Yeah, you feel free to argue with me about it. So which one is the best out of this lot of 11 crosshairs that I've sourced? They all have a couple of things in common. They're all simple. They all are minimalist in design. They all are unassuming. It's not meme crosshairs. This answer is going to be a bit of a cop-out. The best one is the best one for you. And I do recommend trying them all out. And I say that because I thought I had a certain taste in crosshair, but having given these a go, there's a couple of ones that I didn't expect to like some of these. To be honest, when I jumped into this, I really liked cyan crosshairs. I think my one at the moment might be cyan. And now playing with some of these other ones with the black border, ones that I just thought didn't look good, I'm actually performing a bit better. So again, it's trial and error. Try them out for yourself. You can import all of these. I've put them all in the description for you. And if there's any that I've missed or there's any that you think are better, add it to a comment, because maybe this is something that is a little bit more ongoing. Maybe I can do like a series of what other players' crosshairs are, but right now these are considered some of the best crosshairs in the game by the pros, so give them a go. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'll catch you in another one. I'm live streaming on Twitch and on YouTube quite regularly, so make sure that you hit that bell button so that you see it. There's no schedule just yet, but it's happening. There's some really cool stuff happening, especially if you're a South African Valorant player. There's also a South African Valorant Discord that's worth joining. I'm trying to get people to join that and be a part of it. I'll see you in another video. Cheers.